Nation. The hobby is the people. Weekly news and interviews. It's your number one source. Sports Card Nation. The hobby is the people. Sports Card Nation.
Are you ready for the sequel? Are you ready for the latest? In the garden of evil, I'm gonna be the greatest. In a golden cathedral, I'll be praying for the thickness. And if you lose, boo-hoo. Hey, look, Mom, made it. Hey, look, Mom, made it. Everything's coming up places. If it's a dream, don't break it, don't break it. I said, hey, look, Mom, made it.
What is up, everyone? This is episode 108 of the Sports Card Nation podcast, but this is a special episode. This is our second annual Hobbyist Choice Awards. I call them the Noomies. 19 awards, 19 categories in the hobby. I let the hobbyists vote, and the winners will be announced tonight. Last year we did this same thing towards the end of the year. We're doing it again, and we're going to make it an annual event. This year we have, unlike last year, we have some guest presenters to announce the winners to you. The 19 polls and categories were put up on Twitter and other message boards. We tabulated the percentages to come up with the winners again in the 19 categories. Sort of a fun way to end the year. So no guests today, but we're going to have a lot of guest presenters. 7 to be exact, to give away the 19 awards, and myself, so that would make 8. The categories are in the four major sports: Product of the Year, non-high-end; Product of the Year, high-end; Hobby MVP for each sport; Hobby Rookie of the Year for each sport; Best New Product; Best Biggest Hobby Story of the Year; and Hobby Company of the Year. And so we got 19 awards to give out tonight. Going to be a fun way kind of to wrap up the 2020 year. I know it's not been a good year in terms of the pandemic, but it's been a great hobby year. And this is a way to kind of acknowledge those products, brands, and players that made sort of, that healthy distraction away from what was really going on. Some sort of an outlet so we can still enjoy some things. And so we're going to recognize that tonight. So we're going to take a quick, short break. I got to get my tuxedo on. And after the break, we're going to get the festivities started.
Sports Card Nation podcast is your weekly hobby and sports podcast. Now on tons of platforms including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, and many more. Listened to in 44 different countries globally, Sports Card Nation is one of the most interactive podcasts around, providing great content, giveaways, and some of the hobby's best interview guests without time constraints. Thousands can't be wrong. We want to thank all the wonderful listeners around the world, our awesome guests on the show, and our tremendous sponsors making us what we are today. Remember, without you, there's no us.
All right, welcome to the second annual Hobbyist Choice Awards, a.k.a. the Noomies. I'm your host, John Newman. We're going to be giving away a 19 awards selected by you, the hobbyist, on social media polls. Our first award of the night is Baseball Product of the Year, non-high-end. And the 4 candidates up in this category: Topps Flagship, Allen & Ginter, Optic, and Topps Heritage. Please welcome to the dais to present the award Mr. Rich Klein.
The winner for Best Baseball Non-High-End Product of 2020 is Flagship Topps.
Topps garnered 58% of the vote in this category, winning for the second year in a row. Allen Ginter finished second at 18%. Our next award to be given out is Basketball Non-High-End Product of the Year. And your contenders are Chronicles, Optic, Prism, and Mosaic. And here to present the winner for Basketball Product of the Year, non-high-end, let me get that potographs, Drew Herndon.
And the winner of the Basketball Product of the Year non-high-end is 2019-2020 Panini Prism.
Congrats to Panini. Prism garnered 42% of the vote. Mosaic finished a fairly close second with 31% of the vote. Now to present Football Non-High-End Product of the Year. Your nominees are Mosaic, Panini Chronicles, Prism, and Optic. And to present the award, Confessions of a Texas Card Dude, Brad Bethune.
And the winner of Football Product of the Year non-high-end is Panini Prism.
Congrats to Panini and Prism line for taking down this category. Prism garnered 46% of the vote. Mosaic was a close second at 40%. And now for the Hockey Non-High-End Product of the Year award. Your candidates are Upper Deck, SP Authentic, Upper Deck Clear Cut, and O-Pee-Chee Platinum. And to present the award, Sports Cards Live, Jeremy Lee.
And the winner of Hockey Product of the Year non-high-end is Upper Deck's flagship product, also known as Upper Deck Series 1 and Upper Deck Series 2.
Upper Deck Series 1 and 2, a.k.a. the flagship line, dominated this category, garnering 53% of all tabulated votes. So, congrats to Upper Deck. We're going to take a real quick break, but when we come back to the show, we are going to award the 4 Hobby Rookie of the Years in each of the major sports. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. They give you the tools that are needed to allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And they distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast. It's why I use it and why you should too. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. All right, we are back. Thanks for sticking with us. It's time to announce the Hobby Rookie of the Years in the 4 major sports. Let's go in alphabetical order. So we'll start with baseball. Baseball Hobby Rookie of the Year, your candidates are Sean Murphy, Luis Robert, Kyle Lewis, and Alex Baum. And to present the award for Baseball Rookie of the Year, none other than Brody the Kid.
And the winner of the Hobby Baseball Rookie of the Year award is Luis Robert.
Luis Robert to center field, way back there, it carries and gets out of here. Find that baseball and hand it to number 88. Bring him home for the first time as a White Sox player. Robert slices the ball to right center field. Starling back at the wall. It is gone! Oh, easy power from 88.
Congrats to Luis Robert, outfielder for the White Sox, your hobby Rookie of the Year. Now, the real Rookie of the Year did go to Kyle Lewis. However, in the hobby vote here, Luis Robert garnered 69% of the vote. 20% was going to Kyle Lewis. So there you go. All right, let's go to football hobby Rookie of the Year. And your candidates are Josh Jacobs, Daniel Jones, Kyler Murray, and A.J. Brown. And to present the award for Football Hobby Rookie of the Year, let me get that autographs, Drew Herndon.
And the winner of the Football Hobby Rookie of the Year is Arizona Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray.
I think Kyler Murray can go toe-to-toe with any quarterback in the National Football League right now. He's hard to tackle. He can beat you in the run game. He can beat you in the pass game. And Kyler Murray is here to stay, and he's going to be a problem in this league for a long time.
Takes a snap on 3rd and 2. Goes deep down the left side, and it's holding for the touchdown. Play action. Throws it short to Edmonds. Edmonds at the 5, diving for the pylon.
Folks, it was Kyler Murray in a landslide. He took down 82% of the vote. Not surprised Kyler won here. A little bit surprised at the high vote, but I think it goes to show you how football cards and the football hobby is definitely quarterback driven. So Kyler Murray, your football hobby Rookie of the Year for 2020. Let's go back to basketball hobby Rookie of the Year. And your candidates are Ja Morant, Tyler Hero, R.J. Barrett, and Zion Williamson. And here to present the award for Basketball Hobby Rookie of the Year, once again, please welcome Brody the Kid.
And the winner of the Basketball Rookie of the Year award is Zion Williamson.
See, and this is the difference. If he looks up the floor, that's what Derek Favors took away.
Yes, get your money's worth.
Now, that was exactly my point.
Here's Hart on the push. Ball in the corner. And Ball misses the 3. And Zion takes it away from Giannis and a foul. And if that's on Giannis, so...
This, folks, was one of our closer votes. Zion came in at 42%. Ja finished second at 40%. Early on in the voting, Ja was leading, and a late flurry by Zion put him over the top. So Zion with 42%, Ja with 40%. As we know in the real basketball, Ja did win Rookie of the Year, but the hobby folks have spoken, and they said, Zion, you're our Rookie of the Year, at least hobby-wise. All right, on to the hockey hobby Rookie of the Year. Your 4 contenders are Quinn Hughes, Capo Caco, Cale Makar, and Frederick Olofsson. And here to present the winner of Hockey Hobby Rookie of the Year, please again welcome Jeremy Lee of Sports Cards Live.
And the winner of Hockey Hobby Rookie of the Year is Cale Makar, defenseman, Colorado Avalanche.
Cale Makar was so brilliant stepping into the playoffs last season, scoring 48 hours after he was called up from UMass.
That Cale Makar is unbelievable, this guy. I couldn't believe how good he was. He looks exactly like Erik Karlsson, at 21-year-old Erik Karlsson. Wow. He's going to be an amazing player.
At the point, it's Makar. Wrist shot. That was a shot. Score!
His 4th straight game against a Central Division foe. Slicing in here, wrist shot, score.
Charging down the wing, slams the brakes on, watched closely by Shea Theodore. Loose puck to Coffer, walking in, centered it. Loose puck, score! Cale Makar buries.
Congrats to Cale Makar, Hobby Rookie of the Year. Also won it in the Real League. He took 42% of the vote, and two other. The second place was tied with Capo Caco and Frederick Olofsson, each garnering 21% of the vote. Quinn Hughes, who had a great rookie year, finished a distant fourth in the hobby voting. So there you have it. All right, that concludes the hobby rookies of the year. We're going to take a real quick break, but when we come back, we're going to give out the 4 hobby MVPs in each of the major sports. So don't go away. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Let me tell you about Iron Sports Cards and Collectibles. They're your number one source for all your PSA and now SGC submissions. They offer various service levels at the lowest prices around. They even provide the card savers your cards need to be submitted at no extra charge. Their elite status helps improve turnaround times, and their chat rooms keep you abreast of your subs and the status of your cards. What are you waiting for? Contact Rob on Facebook on Iron Sports Card Group. That's Iron Sports Card Group on Facebook. Or get a hold of Rob on Twitter at Iron Sports Cards. All one word, at Iron Sports Cards. They'll take care of you. All right. Welcome back to the Hobbyist Choice Awards here on Sports Card Nation. Now it's the segment where we give away the Hobby MVP Awards as voted by you, the listeners, and the social media hobbyists. We put polls up on various social media, Twitter heavy, Twitter centric, and we gave you 4 candidates, and we asked you to pick one or write in one that was not listed, and we are announcing them on the show today. So, for the first award, we have the Hobby Baseball MVP. Our candidates are Mookie Betts, Ronald Acuna Jr., Fernando Tatis Jr., and Mike Trout. And to present the award, please welcome Val Mars from NASCAR Radio.
And the winner for Baseball Hobby MVP is John, hand me the envelope. Thank you. Fernando Tatis Jr.
In the air to deep left field for Tatis Jr. His first home run in the majors is a 2-run blast. There's contact, and then there's that. In the air, deep left. Ozuna back, looks up and gone. Fernando Tatis Jr. with 2 hits in this game. And this one, the long ball, his second home run of the year.
Not going to lie, folks, this one here surprises me a little bit. I thought Trout would win it again, as he did last year, but it was not to be. Fernando got 48% of your votes. Mike Trout did finish second, but again, a distant second at 34%. Ronald Acuna at 10%. And Mookie Betts did not garner any consideration. That one surprised me as well. So you never know how these things go, but our incumbent has been dethroned. Congrats to Fernando Tatis Jr. All right, time to give away the Basketball Hobby MVP Award. Your 4 candidates are as follows: LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Luka Doncic, and Zion Williamson. And to present tonight's award for Basketball Hobby MVP, please welcome from Sports Card Daily, Ziggy No.
John,
thank you very much. I'm really excited for this award today, and it looks like the winner is for 2020 Hobby Basketball MVP. It's Luka.
Finney Smith to inbound. Back to Doncic. Doncic pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Doncic wins the game at the buzzer! Let's go! Luka Doncic! 3.7 seconds was. This is a shot he works on time and time again. Rhythm, step back three. That's in his resume. What a performance by Luka and the Mavericks. Mama, there goes that.
Luka got 52% of the vote. Your second place in this category. Surprisingly, I believe, to me anyway, Zion Williamson with 32%. And LeBron James coming in third with only 9%. Little surprised by LeBron at only 9%. And Giannis with no consideration. Again, that's a surprise. LeBron at 9%, Giannis with 0%. But, Luka Mania is real. So, there you go. Congrats to Luka Doncic, your 2020 Hobby MVP. All right, time to give away, or award, I should say, the Football Hobby MVP here at the Hobbyist Choice Awards. And your 4 candidates are Russell Wilson, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, and Christian McCaffrey. And to present tonight's award, Deafness 45, Jeff Dinson.
And the winner for Football Hobby MVP is Patrick the Kid Mahomes.
In the pocket, over the middle, and that will be caught by Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mahomes on the move, throws, caught. Hill, touchdown.
No surprise to me here. Patrick Mahomes right now is the player of the year. We see what his cards are doing in the hobby. I think they may be on their way to a second Super Bowl in a row. He garnered 92% of the first place votes. 92. This was the biggest margin of victory. Russell Wilson garnered 6% and Tom Brady 2%. So Patrick Mahomes overwhelmingly wins football MVP of the hobby for 2020. Congrats to Mr. Mahomes. All right, without further ado, let's give away the 2020 Hockey Hobby MVP. Your candidates are Leon Draisaitl, Artemi Panarin, Connor McDavid, and Alex Ovechkin. And here to present the Hobby Hockey MVP Award is Sports Cards Live, Jeremy Lee.
And the winner of Hockey Hobby MVP of the Year goes to, from the Edmonton Oilers, Connor McDavid.
Congrats to Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid garnered 58% of the votes, finishing second. Alex Ovechkin with 25%. And Connor McDavid, to me, is really the closest thing that we're probably going to get to Gretzky, barring injury. Alex Ovechkin too. But Connor says he's not letting go of the grasp of this award. He won it last year as well. So there are your 4 major sport hobby MVPs. Other than Tatis Jr., I think it was pretty chalk. Little surprise, Trout did not take baseball, but that's the beauty of these and the fun of this. And so we're going to step aside real quick for another commercial break, not a long one. And then when we come back, we're going to give away the awards for best high-end products in each sport. The best high-end products in baseball, basketball, football, and hockey. When we come back after this short break, please don't go away. We'll be right back. Pastime Marketplace offers a line of durable graded card cases made for collectors who want high-quality graded card storage that is virtually indestructible. Their cases are waterproof, dustproof, airtight, and designed to protect your valuable collection. Check them all out at www.pastimemarketplace.com. Protect your best with the best. And remember to save 10% off your total order. Use the promo code SCN10. That's capital S, capital C, capital N, 10 for 10% off your total order at pastimemarketplace.com. All right, welcome back to the second annual Hobbyist Choice Awards, aka the Newmies. We've got 4 awards to give away before we take another quick break. The next 4 awards are all best high-end product in baseball, basketball, football, and hockey. Let's start with the best baseball high-end product of 2020. Your 4 candidates are Transcendent, Immaculate, National Treasures, and Diamond Icons. And to present the award for best baseball high-end product, Confessions of a Texas Card Dude, Brad Bethune.
And the winner of Baseball High-End Product of the Year is Transcendent.
Transcendent got 42% of the vote, and the other 3 products actually got around 20% each. So fairly balanced, with a little less than half going to Transcendent. All right, now on to basketball high-end product of the year. Your nominees are Panini Spectra, Panini Contenders Optic, Panini Immaculate, and Panini National Treasures. And to present the award for basketball high-end product of the year, Rich Klein.
The winner for best high-end basketball set of the year, Panini National Treasures.
National Treasures received over half the votes at 53%. The other 3 products came in at about 16% of the vote each. So convincing win for Panini National Treasures. We're on to football high-end product of the year. Your 4 nominees are Panini Flawless, Panini's Contenders Optic, Panini Immaculate, and Panini National Treasures. And to present the award for football high-end product of the year, from NASCAR Radio, Val Mars.
And the winner of the football high-end product of the year is Envelope John. Thank you. Panini National Treasures.
Not only does National Treasures win basketball high-end product of the year, they've now taken down the football high-end product of the year. They garnered 47% of all tabulated votes. Panini Flawless was second at 24%. Now we move on to hockey high-end product of the year. Your 4 nominees are Upper Deck Ultimate Collection, The Cup, Leaf Ultimate, and Black Diamond. Here to present the award for High-End Hockey Product of the Year, Sports Cards Live, Jeremy Lee.
And the winner of Hockey High-End Product of the Year is Upper Deck's The Cup.
The Cup garnered 47% of tabulated votes. Finishing second was Black Diamond with 26%. So the Cup repeats and defends its titles from last year. So those are the 4 high-end product winners right there. We're going to step aside for a real brief break. But when we come back, the last 3 awards, which include Best New Hobby Product of 2020, Hobby Story of the Year, and Hobby Company of the Year. Don't go away. We'll be right back to announce those 3 big ones when we continue. One of One Card Shop offers a tremendous breaking experience, great customer service, and they're constantly pulling fire. Steve and his family take care of you like one of their own and treat you right. Anyone can break, but no one treats you like One of One. Come check them out on Instagram at one_of_one_card_shop. For all the hot breaks, get a gold mailer headed your way. We are back here at the Noomies, the Hobbyist Choice Awards. Time to give away what we might consider maybe the 3 biggest ones of the categories. And so the next award is for Best New Hobby Product of 2020. And your candidates are Finest Flashback from Topps, Topps Project 2020, Panini Mosaic, and Clearly Donruss Basketball. And to present this award, Deafness 45, Jeff Dinson.
And the winner for Best New Product of the Year, it was close, but Project 2020.
This was the closest vote in all the 19 categories. Project 2020 got 35% of tabulated votes. Panini Mosaic finished a very close second at 33%. And Finest Flashbacks finished even a close third at 26%. Early on in the voting, we left the voting up for a whole week. Early on in the voting, Mosaic roared out to an early lead, but it was Project 2020 coming in late with the late votes to edge out Mosaic for Best New Hobby Product of 2020. And, you know, inflecting my own personal opinion here, you can't really argue too much with that. I mean, this was a huge release, you know. Even if you didn't like the project or the commission, you know, and if you're truthful, you have to be honest and say it was a huge new product, huge impact of 2020. And so can't argue, even though it was close. I didn't think it was going to be as close as it was. But Topps Project 2020 winning the award. Now to our next award, Hobby Story of the Year. Hobby Story of the Year. There are 4 candidates. The fractional share market coming onto the scene. Project 2020. The wax explosion on all levels, retail and hobby. And the hobby booming during pandemic times. So there are your 4 candidates for Hobby Story of the Year. I'm going to open the envelope myself and read the winner myself. And the winner for Hobby Story of the Year, and it really wasn't close, the hobby booming during the pandemic with 63% of the tabulated votes. And can't argue this here. This is a story that's crossed the lines of the hobby. This has made it onto regular newscasts, financial newscasts, CNBC, Fox Financial, and mainstream media has really taken notice. We've seen, athletes get involved in the hobby. We've seen celebrities get involved in the hobby as it's become more of a mainstream asset class. And so the hobby apparently, at least right now, is proven to be pandemic proof and more than pandemic proof, but thriving during some difficult times in the world. So runaway winner for Hobby Story of the Year, the hobby thriving during the pandemic. And our 19th and final award on the second annual Hobbyist Choice Awards, the Newmies, Hobby Company of the Year. Last year, in the first edition of these awards, Upper Deck was your winner. They are on the ballot along with Leaf, Topps, and Panini. And now for the winner of Hobby Company of the Year. Topps Company with 42%, Panini at 35%. So Topps, I'm thinking, I can't speak for everyone, but I think with their online exclusives and the Topps 2020 project being such a runaway hit, that I think catapulted them to victory in that category this year. And, we can talk about some other issues they've had, but, some of the releases, Finest Flashback, other online exclusive, Project 2020, they've proven to be, to recapture some of that innovation that they were known for years ago. I think they got a little bit of their magic back, and the people have spoken and said, Topps, you're the Hobby Company of the Year. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed the award show this year. We changed it up from last year, having the guest hosts come on and kind of present those awards with me. I can't thank those gentlemen enough, and let's do that right now. I want to thank, in no particular order, Mr. Jeff Dinson, Mr. Val Mars, Brody the Kid, Mr. Jeremy Lee, Mr. Drew Herndon, Mr. Rich Klein, Mr. Brad Bethune, and Ziggy No. I appreciate you guys making some time, coming on the show, and handing out the awards. I know it. I think it made it better than just me just announcing winners. I want to thank everyone that voted. This is, a democratic process. I didn't pick the winners. The only thing I did pick were the 4 candidates. There was a few categories I did ask for sort of a second opinion. Am I, leaving anybody out? And but other than that, the people spoke and voted and selected the winners that you heard tonight on the program. And this is something I hope to do every year. This is our second annual. Again, I changed the format a little bit, having some other folks involved in the show. I think it worked better, so I probably will continue that next year in December for the third annual, God willing. And maybe we'll even change it up a little bit then. Maybe some new folks, maybe have a contest where we let a listener come on and award a category as well. So, with that being said, I also want to give a special shout out to someone I talk about on the show every once in a while. On New Year's Eve, myself and Mrs. Sports Card Nation, although she'd have no idea, that she'd be called that, but her name's Sharon, my wife, on New Year's Eve, celebrated our 22nd year of marriage. I want to give her, a shout out. She allows me the freedoms to do a lot of the things I do, including content creation, but still playing softball, my hobby stuff, and she's always been supportive, even before she was my wife, and that hasn't changed. It's probably one of the reasons we've lasted 22 years, and so I'm going to give her the 20th award of the night unofficially, and we'll just call it the Hobby Wife of the Year. And Sharon Newman has got my vote, and congratulations, if I may be so self-patronizing, on 22 years of marriage for both of us, and it's been quite a ride, and we're hopefully we keep going for quite a few more years, and again, God willing. But if you enjoy the shows and the content creation, this show, Hobby Quick Hits, Hobby Hotline, Roughing the Passer, Hobby Hot Tub. I don't know if I left something out, but all that stuff I do when it comes to content creation, it's thanks to her support and the freedom to do these shows, which I love and enjoy and am passionate about. So in closing, I also want to thank you out there, as I always do. Without you folks out there, we don't exist. I don't let that go by a day without acknowledging that, if even in my mind, let alone on the air. And so, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the show as we head into 2021. This is actually the first Sports Card Nation show of 2021. And, and we're every Friday, and more interview guests, and we're going to keep things the same and just keep plugging away, and we're doing good, and it's thanks to you that's the case. So enough rambling on. I hope for everyone out there, 2021 is a great year, not just in the hobby, which I think for most of us it was great 2020. I hope that continues to be the case, but on the personal side of things, I hope things get better and we all can enjoy maybe activities we're currently not able to enjoy, and things kind of flip and get better. The national schedule coming up here in late July, early August, Chicago. I hope to meet many of you in person there, and I hope that event gets to go on, and so we can all enjoy it, as I call it, the Super Bowl of the hobby. So we're going to put a cap on this, and again, thank you. Stay safe. Happy New Year. Have a great 2021 to you and to yours.